to the immediate world leaders from countries in South Africa is the biggest city. Now, Trump accusing South Africa of violently persecuting the white African and some minority farmers there, something the South African government continues to deny. U.S. military buildup in the Caribbean continues to grow. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in the port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago has more details.
This buildup of U.S. forces in the Caribbean since the invasion of Grenada in '83 or the invasion of Panama in 1989. President Trump is not dismissing doing something similar inside Venezuela.
Just have to take care of Venezuela.
Military experts say Venezuela is a formidable opponent and a show of force in the Maduro regime. Earlier this week, the largest modern aircraft carrier in the world, the USS Gerald Ford, arrived here in the Caribbean, now the vanguard of Operation Southern Spear. She's also the newest in the U.S. Navy's inventory with electromagnetic catapults to launch jets, not steam catapults like carriers have used since the 50s.
Again, that is Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Grammy-winning rapper Pras Michel of the Fugees sentenced to 14 years in prison for a case that he was convicted of illegally funneling millions of dollars in foreign contributions for President Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. The Florida inmate put to death, Richard Randolph, died by lethal injection this evening at a Florida State prison near Stark. He's the 17th inmate put to death this year in the state. Florida leads the nation in executions, followed by Alabama, South Carolina, and Texas in 25. Randolph was convicted of raping and beating his manager at a black convenience store in 1988. She died 6 days later. The Supreme Court denied the 63 rules of last-minute appeal. Well, coming up, we're going to talk entertainment news. We're going to talk trending news. It's Starbucks. We're seeing this more often. Price of strikes. Is that the chain? Let's see more union workers.
Shake the tinsel right off the tree with Jolly Christmas. Relive the finest classics and holiday traditions. There are dozens of festive channels to choose from. Just download SiriusXM and search Holiday now.
Confused on where to start with weight loss medication? 95% of LifeMD patients said starting their weight loss journey was simple. Go to trylifemd.com now and see the best options with or without insurance for Wegovy, Zepbound, and more. Brian was approved for insurance coverage and lost 100 pounds.
I love the fact that insurance covered almost everything because pharmaceutical prices are going through the roof. The first time I realized that LifeMD was working for me was when the hunger started going away. I never thought losing weight would be this easy. It's given me more energy. I would recommend LifeMD to anybody.
Nearly 96% of patients said they would recommend the LifeMD program to anyone who wants to lose weight. Get started right now at trylifemd.com. That's TRYLIFEMD.com.
Let's talk entertainment and trending news.
I'm Michelle Polino. Black Girl Summer is looking to repeat in 2026 with the feature film The Moment, Charlie XCX's new meta pop star drama based on an original concept by the British pop star. The film follows a rising pop sensation grappling with fame, industry pressure, and the high-stakes countdown to her first arena tour. Kylie Jenner, Alexander Skarsgård, and Rosanna Arquette make appearances in the film, which is the first project under Charlie's own banner, Studio 365. The pop star, who appeared in a string of recent releases, said that her acting career has left her very inspired. She's set for major upcoming roles in The Faces of Death remake and The Gallerist, alongside Jenna Ortega and Natalie Portman. A Texas grand jury has indicted Sigfredo Ceja Alvarez for the murder of Jonathan Joss, the King of the Hill voice actor killed outside his San Antonio home. Police say the 57-year-old Ceja Alvarez confronted Joss and his husband Tristan Kern de Gonzalez on June 1st while they were checking their mail. Kern de Gonzalez says the shooter yelled violent, homophobic slurs before opening fire. Attorneys for Ceja Alvarez denied he made any homophobic statements and say he's innocent. At first, San Antonio police said there was no evidence the shooting was related to Joss's sexual orientation, but Chief William McManus later said it remains a part of the investigation. Jonathan Joss
voiced John Gregson on the animated show.
Task has been renewed for season 2 at HBO, with Mark Ruffalo returning as FBI agent Tom Brandis. The series debuted in September and earned strong reviews, holding a 96% critical approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Season 1 followed Brandis as he led a federal task force investigating armed robberies at drug houses run by a biker gang. That's what's trending in Hollywood. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
It seems like we're seeing this more and more with Starbucks union expanding its week-long strike against the company. Now, Starbucks Workers United is saying baristas with 30 stores in 25 U.S. cities plan to join the walk-off, including stores in Cleveland, Memphis, Tennessee, Albany, New York. Well, the union said that brings the total number of stores with striking workers to 95 in 65 U.S. cities as that strike expands. The strike beginning last Thursday on Starbucks Red Cup Day, which typically is one of the busiest days of the year. You're looking to really impact the coffee chain. Now, since 2018, Starbucks has given out free reusable cups on that day to customers who buy a holiday drink. It's a little difficult, and workers do not show up. Now, President Trump wants to speed up approval for foreign energy projects and President Trump wants to speed up approval for domestic energy projects as well as increase domestic production. Fox Business Network's Darren Mattello has this.
Speed is the name of the game, and not just for drilling projects, but also for power plants. The Trump administration is putting permits on the fast track for new power plants all across the country and approving loans really for power plants quicker. One big one right here in the Northeast, and they're looking to bring permitting down to what usually takes about 28 days. The president addressing the nation less than 24 hours ago, declaring that he's ending the radical crusade to kill fossil fuels that was started by the Biden administration. The Trump administration, on the other hand, is promoting their massive $30 billion partnership with Saudi Arabia and moving to fast-track permits even for AI companies to build their own power plants.
So this comes after the Energy Department announced $1 billion loans to restart the Ukraine Clean Energy Center in Pennsylvania, known as 3 Mile Island. It seemed that infamous nuclear scare decades ago. This is Fox News Headlines 24/7. Let's head to Washington, D.C. Latest from Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill.
I'm Chad Pergram with the Speaker's Law. If control of the House boils down to a seat or two, Democrats may rue today that Maine Democrat Jared Golden announced his retirement. Golden is one of the most moderate Democrats in the House. He faced both a primary challenge from his left and a strong challenge from former Republican Maine Governor Paul LePage in the state's 2nd district. In an op-ed, Golden said, quote, "I have grown tired of the increasing incivility and plain nastiness that are now common for some elements of our American community. Behavior that too often our political leaders exhibit themselves." Golden's withdrawal from the race buoys the campaign of Matt Dunlap. Dunlap attacked Golden from the left, accusing the 4-term lawmaker of voting too often with Republicans. Golden said he was motivated to step away from public life in part due to the rise of political violence around the country. He pointed to the killing of Charlie Kirk, the attempted assassinations of President Trump, the attack on Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, and the killing of Minnesota State Legislator Melissa Horton. With the Speaker's Lobby, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
Well, coming up, a heated political rhetoric, Democrats accusing President Trump of threatening lies.
I'm Dana. This week on Perino on Politics, I am joined by Managing Director and Partner at Beacon Global Strategies, Michael Allen.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com.
Or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Hey folks, I have great news. You can now donate your car and help support Tunnel to Towers. The process is quick and simple, and the proceeds from your generous car donation will go to support the good work that T2T is doing throughout our community. Plus, you benefit by getting a nice tax deduction, and you avoid the hassle of trying to sell that old car. So if you have an extra car and you want to help Tunnel to Towers to help our dedicated veterans, just call 888-980-VETS. Or you can donate your car online at today'sveterans.org. That number again to donate your car and support Tunnel to Towers is 888-980-VETS. That's 888-980-VETS. Or simply go online at today'sveterans.org. Any car is accepted and they'll pick it up for free. Your car donation really does make a difference. So go online at today'sveterans.org or call 888-980-VETS and donate your car today.
Fox weather.
I'm Fox Weather meteorologist Stephen Morgan with the latest from America's Weather Center. The stormy weather pattern in California doesn't want to change as we work toward the weekend. Significant rain this past weekend, especially in Southern California, means any more rain will be troublesome. The overall pattern continues to favor rain from Seattle all the way down to San Diego. And this month, pacing as one of the wettest Novembers on record, from Santa Maria to Modesto, even to Santa Barbara. More rain will continue pumping in through Friday. Rain totals won't be as high as this past weekend's deluge, but a general 1 to 2 inches of additional moisture will be possible. But there is some good news as we look at that forecast beyond Friday in Southern California. Drier weather arrives Saturday and could last through the first half of next week as we race toward Thanksgiving, just 1 week away. Get the latest weather updates anytime, anywhere. Download the Fox Weather app at foxweather.com.
Keeping you informed with headlines every 15 minutes. I'm Harris Faulkner, and America is listening to Fox News Headlines 24/7.
Claiming their lives were threatened on Tom Graham, Fox News, a group of Democratic lawmakers appear in a video urging military service members to defy what they call illegal orders from President Trump. The president then posted on social media accusing the group of sedition punishable by death. The Democrats not happy with the response. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer.
What they said is not at all close or incendiary. I believe what they said, they have an absolute right to say. It's the president's remarks that should drive people really to anger.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt answering questions.
The sanctity of our military rests on the chain of command. And if that chain of command is broken, it can lead to people getting killed. It can lead to chaos. And that's what these members of Congress who swore an oath to abide by the Constitution are essentially encouraging.
Bill House Minority Leader Democrat Hakeem Jeffries condemning the president's comments, along with many in his party, calling them death threats against lawmakers. Funeral service for former Vice President Dick Cheney being held at Washington National Cathedral today. Former President George W. Bush paying tribute to his VP during the service, calling him a friend and someone who he trusted while in office. Bush also recounting how he hired Cheney to help him select as vice president for the 2000 office when he came to a realization.
Above all, I wanted someone with the ability to step into the presidency without getting distracted by the ambition to seek it. After weeks of these meetings, I began to have a thought I could not shake. I realized the best choice for the vice president was the man sitting right in front of me. And I told him that.
Now, Cheney died earlier this month. He was 84 years old. America is listening to Fox News.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
Hey there, it's me, Kennedy. Make sure to check out my podcast, Kennedy Saves the World. It is 5 days a week, every week. Download and listen at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
Fox News Headlines 24/7. Sirius XM Channel 115. Every 15 minutes, news, sports, business, weather, and what's trending. The latest headlines continue right now.
President Trump announcing that he will meet with New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani at the White House tomorrow. Mamdani says he's ready to talk with President Trump about the affordability crisis.
I'm not concerned about this meeting. I view this meeting as an opportunity for me to make my case. And I'll make that case to anyone, frankly, as we've been doing over the course of the campaign, and now as I will be the next mayor of this city. It behooves me to ensure that I leave no stone unturned in looking to make the city more affordable.
White House saying the president willing to talk to anyone. Fox's Alexandria Hall.
When you talk about this gift potentially that the president must unwrap carefully, I mean carefully indeed. New York City is a city that he loves, that is called home. The president does not want to see a failure in leadership there to prove a point. On the mayor-elect's side, you've heard some of his language be toned down, kind of in anticipation of this meeting, saying he wants to work with the president, find ways they can work together. together, even went as far as to say that the two of them were elected for similar reasons, for public safety, affordability. Clearly, the voter base has different ideas of what that looks like, so this will definitely be an interesting meeting.
The two politicians have traded plenty of barbs in the past. The Trump administration trying to bolster its economic message with a better-than-expected jobs report. That's Business Network's Lauren Simonetti.
2 months late and out of date, but surprisingly strong. 119,000 jobs created. The estimate was 50,000. That's the unemployment rate edging up to 4.4%. That is the highest since October 2021. Wages, 3.8% annual growth, outpacing inflation. Here are where the jobs are. Healthcare and social assistance up 57,000. Strong gains in leisure and hospitality as well as government jobs. Job losses in professional and business services down by 20,000. Transportation and warehousing down 25,000.
Now, the jobs report late because of that earlier government shutdown on Wall Street. Not such a good day. The Dow giving up more than 386 points on Tom Graham and This is Fox News.
Sports at 5 and 35 past every hour on Fox News Headlines 24/7. The latest is coming up next. You're listening to Fox News Headlines 24/7 on Sirius XM Channel 115. America is listening to Fox News Headlines 24/7, updating you every 15 minutes with the very latest. Sirius XM Channel 115. Fox Sports Update.
A late night in a Las Vegas casino caused Cowboys wide receivers CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens to sit out a series Monday night. Lamb and Pickens were benched for the opening series of the Cowboys' win over the Raiders due to being past curfew. Lamb told reporters Thursday that he and Pickens had dinner and a few drinks the night before the game at Red Rock Casino. Both players went on to have good games, with Pickens hauling in 9 catches for 144 yards and a touchdown. Staying in the NFL, Buccaneers cornerback Baker Mayfield, who was preparing to face the Rams on Sunday Night Football, says his short stint in L.A. played a big role in his career turning around.
No way for me to, sugarcoat it. It was pivotal in my career, in my journey. I've told you guys it helped me find the football, or the fun in football again, that joy.
It was courtesy of the Bucs, as Mayfield has thrown 17 touchdowns and just 3 interceptions this year. Mayfield started 4 games for the Rams during the 2022 season after being released by the Panthers, which followed his up-and-down tenure with the Browns. Mayfield had the Bucs in first place in the NFC South, while the Rams hold the top spot in the NFC West. In NBA news, Kings center Domantas Sabonis has a partial meniscus tear in his knee and will be reevaluated in 3 to 4 weeks, the team announced Thursday. Sabonis, a 3-time All-Star, has averaged just over 17 points this season for a Kings team that is 30-12. And in Major League Baseball, the Seattle Mariners will retire Randy Johnson's number 51 during a pregame ceremony on May 2nd, the team announced. Johnson's number will be the 5th to be retired by the franchise, while Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, Ichiro Suzuki, and Jackie Robinson, a number that all MLB teams have retired. Johnson spent 10 of his Major League seasons in Seattle, before winning 4 consecutive Cy Young Awards and a World Series title with the Diamondbacks. You can listen and follow the Fox Sports podcast at foxsports.com or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Joe Morgan. All right, Joe Morgan, thank you very much. Well, this was Dominating Talks, headlines just a few days ago, and only Dominating Talks for weeks. The Justice Department now has 30 days to release all unclassified records regarding Jeffrey Epstein files. What details?
Hey, what's up? It's Sirius XM Live. I can't come to the phone right now because I'm over on Channel 50. Playing those 90s and 2000s. Hip-hop and R&B throwback. Commercial free, 24/7. Pull up, Channel 50 and the Sirius XM app. Holla.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-725-9935. That's 800-725-9935. 800-725-9935.
Tax relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
All right, let's get back to it. Talking about Jeffrey Epstein. You may recall he allegedly killed himself in a New York City jail in 2019. There's speculation about associations, relationships the late sex offender had with many high-powered politicians, prominent names. That speculation continues. Now the Justice Department has 30 days to release all unclassified documents related to Epstein, the investigation into him. Fox's David Spunt is in Washington.
This is part of the act that the president signed into law. Now, Bondi says she'll cooperate where the law allows.
We will continue to follow the law with maximum transparency while protecting victims.
The Attorney General recently ordered a new Epstein investigation late last week into Democratic ties with the disgraced pedophile at the president's urging. But Bondi wouldn't say what kind of information, meaning that investigation in New York could delay some of the release, given that this is an active probe. It's unclear if DOJ will use this to delay.
Referring there to Attorney General Pam Bondi, President Trump signing the order comes after Democrats released a flurry of records containing the disgraced financiers and references to the president. Now, President Trump saying he's got nothing to hide, and also adding that Epstein's associations were largely with Democrats, the president's words. So now the political aisle seems like there's plenty of finger pointing back and forth as far as who's closer associated with Epstein. The House will vote on whether to censure a Republican member of Congress. 106 Democrats voted with over 200 Republicans to refer a resolution to censure and remove Congressman Corey Mills from his committee assignments to the House Ethics Committee. Fellow Republican Nancy Mace introduced the legislation against the Florida congressman over allegations of domestic abuse, stolen valor, and financial issues.
Such conduct by Representative Corey Mills affects the dignity and the integrity of the proceedings of the House.
Mills denying the accusations.
I believe in all the accusations and false things that are being said will be proven to be absolutely false in many ways.
The House Ethics Committee is formally investigating. On Capitol Hill, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
The Department of Education taking steps, they say, to eliminate itself. It's going to shrink Washington, D.C. centralized say over education. Now, the Trump administration says they want states and local school districts to have more say over education, saying they might know the students in their district better than those in Washington.
Education Secretary Linda McMahon says the government shutdown made clear her department is not needed to educate American students.
We don't teach one student. We have nothing to do with the curriculum that are in any states. We are a pass-through pathway from money that's appropriated by Congress to get, to the states.
McMahon says the Education Department has entered agreements with other federal departments to operate funding streams to colleges, special education, and schools serving low-income families. Still, fully eliminating the cabinet-level Education Department will require legislation from Congress. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
In the meantime, many Democrats are speaking out about efforts to decentralize the Department of Education, saying it's dangerous to children's future. So expressing other fears. 42 minutes now past the hour. Let's talk business.
Changes in holiday shopping. I'm Jenny Cosola with the Fox News Headlines Business Update. It seems like shopping for the holiday season hasn't stopped since Christmas. In July sales, Bank of America Institute says more than 20% of general merchandise, electronics, and clothing-related card spending typically, though, occurs in November and December. VOA researchers also found that half of all shoppers will be using AI to help with shopping this holiday season. Shoppers are using AI to compare prices, get gift ideas, track spending, and write gift messages or cards. Some Gen Z and millennials surveyed say they'll spend more on their pets than humans. 87% of consumers plan to take advantage of discount retailers this holiday season. 36% of those with credit card rewards plan to use them. Business news twice an hour on Fox News Headlines 24/7. I'm Jenny Cosola.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. And if you're just joining us, you have Wall Street finishing in the red today. On the down.
Every weekday, it's your go-to source for staying informed and entertained. The Fox News Primetime Highlights Podcast. The Ingram Angle, Jesse Waters Primetime, Hannity, and Gutfeld. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com.
Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice. Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/SiriusXM to sign up for free.
Navigating life stages, Caring Transitions offers support for every step of the way. For seniors relocating or downsizing, we offer a compassionate, individualized approach that provides comprehensive solutions. Estate sales, our experts list your items on our exclusive online platform, CT Bids. Preserving memories and keeping your family's best interests at heart. And for those tough cleanouts, we're here to help. Visit caringtransitions.com. Caring Transitions, embracing new beginnings with confidence.
Now take a look at your Fox weather. We're looking at rounds of heavy rain swamping out parts of central Texas, Texas Hill County, Dallas seeing some powerful storm systems. And that's where flooding concerns are the highest. Meantime, also seeing rains for much of the southern plains. That does include parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. That's expected to peak in intensity today.
Keeping you informed with headlines every 15 minutes. America is listening to Fox News Headlines 24/7.
Fox News, I'm Tom Graham. The White House is defending President Trump after he called ABC News correspondent Mary Bruce Meki, Press Secretary Caroline Levitt telling reporters today.
Look, the president is very frank and honest with everyone in this room. You've all seen it yourself. You've all experienced it yourselves, and I think it's one of the many reasons that the American people reelected this president, because of his frankness.
The president has faced bipartisan criticism over the comment. A funeral for former Vice President Dick Cheney being held today at Washington National Cathedral.
Though he was inspired to service by President Kennedy, Dick Cheney became a Republican. But he knew that bonds of party must always yield to the single bond we share as Americans.
Former Congresswoman Liz Cheney honoring her father. Dick Cheney was 84 years old. America's listening to Fox News.
Fox News Headlines 24/7, keeping you informed with headlines every 15 minutes. America is listening to Fox News Headlines 24/7. You're listening to Fox News Headlines 24/7 on SiriusXM Channel 115.
Hi, it's me, Flo, here to tell you that with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, you get 24/7 protection, so you're covered no matter where the day takes you.